Hello, hello, hello. If you haven't seen, Tora has an Instagram just for her photo taking, so I'll put a link to that underneath. And we start where we kind of finished, with one of the Jim Morrisons, and that glorious, glorious hair, which I definitely didn't spend quite a bit of time picking out of the floor tiles the next day. It was very cool of all the judges to come and volunteer, including the barrel-armed Shane that we hadn't seen in the flesh for quite a while. Good height here, AA, but why are those arms bent? Those arms should not be bent. Actually, I think that's what Jane is going for here. She's just pointing out, being like, hey, why are your arms bent? This one needs a caption competition all of its own. Now this is Sean. You may not know Sean, but Sean's been out of the workout game for a little while. Not long enough, I don't think. Friend of Passo's, and they teamed up in the fun division. Now here we've got good guy Rod, jumped on the competition the night before to help John out. If we have a little look past Rod's shoulder here at this absolute wardrobe of a man. Jesus, Shilton. This is definitely one of the more flattering Larry toe to bar photos. Oh, little Philly cheesesteak. Beth seems a little smirky, a little too cheery in the background there. Now this is a really good, just here was our day kind of photo. This is in the last workout of the day. You can tell from the way that they're set up, and I'd say AA's on probably his first round. Now obviously they lost points for this. You would have expected the eye patch to be on the pirate for that costume to count. Now as much as there's a lot sort of going on here, look over the shoulder, there's Tom. So Tom was going to be teamed up with John, but he had to pull out just the day before because he slipped on a banana peel. Aww. Oh, this is in the thruster workout. These photos aren't really in any specific order, but I really like all the thruster ones because that's where you get the best faces. There's a great example. So if you want, you can just screenshot that right there. This is part of why the boys won. They were never out of costume, but they were never out of character either. Pictures of people like partway through a box jump, to me, it always looks like they're gonna trip. But I'm glad there were no big trips this year. This was Abhay's first CrossFit competition. This is actually Abhay's first month of CrossFit. Well, maybe just into his second month. But it was very cool to get him and Liam on a team together. Lockie's got a few good stun mullet photos through this thing. There are a few thruster photos. Thruster photos of Beth, where we'll see various expressions. This one, I'm going to say 50% happiness, 50% how did this happen? First workout, a lot of costumes still very much on the people. So at the back you've got Paso, then Liam, then Jared, and in the blue there that's Jace. He came along for the entire comp to help judge. And yes, that is Sarah. I think their outfit was like super grandma. That's why the underwear is on the outside. Right, so this shot is pretty good. These guys are obviously partway through a thruster, so they've almost got their thruster face. But luckily, good teamsmanship here. Steph held her lifting face while Nick lifted. Like, that's real team solidarity right there. This is definitely one of the more conservative photos of Anne. Yep, outstanding. That's what we're looking for. That one right there. It really looks like you're being a bit delicate there, P. It looks like you could maybe just get back to work. I think Jacinta's getting taller. I just want to leave this one on the screen for a while. The first time I saw this photo, I didn't immediately know who it was, what was going on. I just knew that, like, I didn't feel good. So these were the little mini briefs that the judges were having before each of the workouts. So if you're wondering how they all knew who to no rep, this is it. They just talked about it and they were like, make sure you give 5 no reps to such and such. Yes, lifting faces. Brooksy approves. I don't think they're even in a workout at this point. I think they're just chilling and chatting. Super jocks. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the back of Pam's and Jacinta's shirts, but they had complimentary sayings on them. It's a lot of leg. So if we zoom in on this photo of Nath, you'll see right there, that's energy he could have been using to do reps. I don't know if it was intentional, but when the hair goes back, he definitely has strong Viking vibes. I really like this photo of Troops because he's smiling, he looks like he's at ease. It was the first movement of that workout, so I'm guessing he was still feeling somewhat okay. And then things changed. Now this was interesting. I think this was the only team that did this. So when they were swapping the overhead holds, they would just put it on the back, like they go from overhead to back rack and just pass back to front. They did ask before the workout, hey, can we do this? And no one else had asked, and we hadn't said that you couldn't do that, so yeah, sure, go nuts. Now I think this is definitely, soak this one in. This is, and this is how he put it, this is one of the less psycho photos of Craig. Team RBF. Not only did AA have a lot of fun here, clearly, like, look at him, just to focus his eyes, but Lockie, oh, I see what's happening now. Lockie's clapping. I couldn't quite tell what his hands are doing until I zoomed in there. That's a really good photo. This one's hard to tell. I don't know if they've just called go and Sean is actually running in, or if he's just held this position for this photo. This was another very strong costume. Al is playing the T-1000 from Terminator 2. You can see that he's been hit by the bullets, and that's his liquid metal. I don't know if this is before or after Ben's row, but Ben did have the quickest time of the day, so maybe he's just standing over the rower, feeling a bit superior. Like, more so than he would normally sort of stand over people and feel superior. See, it's when you see shots like this, you know that thrusters really do bring out the best in people. Nice. So this is during the thrusters. I didn't see this one, but I'm guessing this is the one where Nath almost got the 60 kilo thruster, which would have been very cool. But what a team. You got teammate Tash there, just cheering him on. Maybe he's going to go again, maybe they're going to trade. I don't know. It very much in this shot, it just looks like he's just some dude from work that's rolled in and been like, yeah bro, got to get that workout in. So these silly gooses, they made one t-shirt for every workout. I think this is... Do you still think this is a good idea, Jake? Yes, obviously I think it's a good idea. This was the announcement of the 4th workout. I don't know. I think the overall reception was a little frosty, but once everyone got going, I think they were okay. I like this level of focus on Brenda. This is definitely one of my favorite photos. So we got Beth here clipping out. You see they got hidden plates on the inside. So we're at 35? Is it 35? 25, 30, 30. Yeah, it's 35. And her victory is definitely recognized. John's seeing it. Larry's definitely seeing it. Lynn's is seeing it. And Summer's definitely seeing it over here. And I think there is a bunch of people behind this line here. I think that's where Tia was standing. Oh, and there's Ben over there getting in on the action too. I think we're going to have to cover this with like a blue dot or something. So here they are. They've just done 100 calories on the bike. And I gotta say, Rod could not look more chilled. Like he could just be ordering a burger somewhere. Remember, when the lift is heavy, if you look up towards Jesus, he will help you. So not only by the movements, but you can also tell this is one of the last workouts of the day, because Geordie just looks kind of done. Looks done with it there. Ready to just not be working out anymore. So fun fact, most people assumed that this is an outfit that Mel just had that she would wear on the regular, but she did special order the hat and the shoes for the costume. I don't know about the Nerf bullets. May have already had the Nerf bullets. Parsons here implementing his patented let the rope rub the inside of my thighs descent. Way to go, Team Bumps. Pregnancy is no reason not to do thrusters. So this is during the thruster workout. One of the rules for the thruster workout was that the non-working teammate had to stay behind the start line. So there's Anne working, there's her teammate Sarah behind the start line. But I tell you what, if she puts one toe over 1 second too early, this guy right here is going to tell her right off. I really hope Elle does well on these burpee box jump overs because Melissa is not quite ready to go back in at this stage. So Pam mentioned to me earlier, she said make sure you show this photo. No other context. I didn't actually know about the budgie smugglers until after the day was over. If I had, I probably would have had like some spray and wipe out. At least he's happy. So here you'll notice we have the 70 kilo bar. So that's the 20s and the 5s. And that is probably why John is bringing out his best work. See, everyone has a lifting face. Ems just happens to be out of like a TV commercial. Liam was definitely hesitant to sign up to the comp, but since finishing, it definitely sounds like he's very glad that he did. So going off the equipment in the background and the weight on the barbell, we are in the first workout there. So just off screen, Alan must be doing his other reps. And Mel would really rather that everyone just kind of hurried up and got it done. Oh, I've got so many other places to be. It was impressive that their wigs stayed on as well as they did. So if you're wondering what that face is, that is, it's a micro prayer. So it's like a micro tear or a micro sleep. Sometimes you don't even notice that it's happening, but it does happen and it happens very fast. Hopefully in this case it worked out for Linz. Alright, I'm sure Hibbs is doing good work here. And hopefully this is not Jane's counting system. I think she's probably using the notepad, because I don't know which one of those fingers we're up to. Yeah, this was Abhay and Liam's costumes. Their team name was Forced Labor. So not only is his second month joining the gym, you're also doing a competition, and you're doing it in what looks to be a pretty warm costume on a pretty warm day. Can't keep a good officer down. So what do we got here? I can't quite see the corners cut off there, so this is either a 60 kilo or 70 kilo thruster. But if we zoom in enough, yeah, I'd say that's definitely a 70. So this is reportedly one of the irritating things about working out with Shilton. If he is struggling or in pain, that's the face. You just get that face 100% of the time. I think he's getting another tattoo tomorrow. The rumor is that it's going to be Ben. See, I think it's just all box jump photos. Like, if you look at this, like, that dude should trip. That toe should clip the floor and him just go face down. But, well, I didn't see any incident reports, so I assume it didn't happen. God damn, this girl fought to keep that hair in order. So many movements where she had to put things, like, directly above her head and, you know, move around the hair. I think even after this point, it got repaired and it came back to a higher standard. Alright, if we just zoom in on Tasha's face here. No, I just wanted to zoom in on it. Alright, this is the photo. I said he looks like a fridge. I stand by that call. Yep, scariest guy in town. Gains and back pains. They look super tight, like they shouldn't have allowed the amount of movement that he got from them. 5 workouts they wore that for. This definitely looks like M is about to say the word like in a strong California accent. Like. It's like dude is just floating. Anne's got some good ones in there, you know? Like that's like a lifting face, but it's also a thinking face. I think moments before this, someone said to Lockie, make sure you put your head through. And it might have been Larry, because once again, he's keeping a close eye on everybody. There's a lot going on in this photo, and in the background here, I don't know which one it is, or which one's being successful, but I would say both these guys think they're getting workout secrets from the other guy. I like that. It looks like Liam is like having a little communication with the rope there. And it worked out. Stunning. And here's the girl fridge. See, how did she maintain that? Like, is this like a Marge Simpson thing with the coils of wire? I think Ash is trying to tell her a secret here. I would imagine she's just saying, hey, don't put your thumbs around. Cool kids don't put their thumbs around. That's incorrect. All cool kids put their thumbs around. This man's had a long day at the office, and then someone said, until you do this workout, you're not allowed to have a beer. We could do a whole album of John. I could just do like a big collage of John's faces. Sometimes you can tell that like some guys have seen some shit, and it could have been something like they looked down expecting to say 10 calories and it says like 2. They started strong, they went strong in the middle, and they just finished strong. What's that? Looks like Hibbs has got 32.5 on there. Like even the glasses, they just stayed. And then I said, watch this, bro. This is how you can pick a good team. There's a lot of communication going on right there with no words being said. Oh look, all the little hutches have just arrived. We got Ash here going for a box jump. If you look over, we got Cooper here contemplating going for a box jump. Good on you, Coops. You showed up and you got involved. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but we are here for the beers. Solid lifting face. Not only from the scorecards later on, but you can tell that Georgie is working hard, or the person immediately before her was working hard. Either way, this space has seen hard work. Like this, we get everyone gathered around to listen to the 4th workout, and if we go over here, got all my little chins. That's it. Predators keep their eyes fixed forward. See, now I see what he means. So I've got through a few of these photos, and yeah, Craig, you do look like a bit of a psycho in most of your photos. There's a 10-inch line right there. Rep. Now this is a photo where it's clear that she's not going to be tripping on this particular rep. This actually might be more silent team communication. I was looking at, I had one up of a different angle before, and I was like, is that 45? Because it looks like, I thought they were 2.5s on the outside and 2.5s on the inside, but 35 wasn't a weight for this division. It was 32.5 was the top weight, so I'm guessing it's 32.5. Is that what's happening? What's happening? There, remember I told you about those matching shirts? So this photo is actually Georgie doing a box jump, but more importantly is Alicia giving some serious sass to one of her boys. Final event, the hair doesn't have long. That is a man that looks happy and satisfied with his dumbbell snatch. The goddamn T1000. That kind of looks like the face you would give if someone said, hey, turn around, look at this camera and smile. I bet it was fun to photograph these guys. Every shot, they just look like they were ready. Looks like we're in the workout 3 here, thruster workout. And I think we're in the final 3-minute round. Because this is 70 there. So P is doing 45 kilo thrusters there. Her calf muscles certainly are. Yeah, this is the first box jump photo I saw that really gave me some small scares. There's another one. You poker face this guy. Like, Lance looks like he'd hold on to that thing for 20 more minutes. Oh, okay. Alright, so this photo's a little different. So his poker face is more like an on-off thing. Well, rare shot with the glasses off. Like, it'd be good if Jared gets a couple of these reps, but clearly this man is ready to rock and roll. Might be my favorite team photo. Alright, my only guess here is that maybe Nick was going and they were about to swap it. No, sorry, Steph was going. They were about to swap out. And Nick said, no, you've got to hold on for a few more. Bruh, if your fridge is running, you better go and catch it. Standard. Yeah, there was no sandbagging on team bumps. They got up and did wall walks. Jesus, McNeil. What have you been doing? Working in a protein factory? Yeah, the boys. As the day went on, this shirt just got more and more destroyed. I don't know if it started partly destroyed as part of like the Jim Morrison look. That's GYM. But Lawson, I'd be keen to hear if it still lives. So M was judging. She said she had to leave, I think, just after 9. But then bit by bit, the story would sort of like flux, and I think we held on to your M until what, like 10:15, maybe even 10 o'clock. Good job, you. I really like the action shots of Jane judging. She's never just sort of standing around the clipboard. They're all action shots. It's good to see a judge so invested in their workouts. See, this isn't such a psycho face. This is just a guy skipping kind of face. Oh, Craig's team name was Here to Do Business. So, you know, a vest. Oh, I didn't see the earring before, Nick. That's a nice touch. See, Scotty, if you had closed the drum school for the morning, you wouldn't have to be there dreaming. You could be involved. I feel like you're putting a lot into this one, Linz. I'm glad that you did. This photo is great for 2 reasons. One, and the other, that he's being supervised here and Jacob is really enjoying the pain that Larry's going through. Patience, you got a 40 kilo thruster there and you're just having a laugh at the bottom here. What's so funny? I think maybe like the team theme is like unity. Because, you know, Sarah Connor hanging out, like working with the Terminator. They could have achieved a lot. I like the level of this costume. So there's important information going on over here, and there's this just weird stalker in the background. This must be another before photo. Look how happy these guys are. Skipping is rough enough, but then you add in some boots. Good face. You see here we've moved from the 40 kilo to the 45, and Patience is no longer as giggly. Oh, Em's got a bit of a T-1000 face on herself there, just looking off into the distance, killing someone with her eyes. Why are you like this? Alright, I want to note this one for the archives. This guy looks pretty happy at the top of this thruster. Much happier than Sean does here in the background. Steph, this looks like a fast rope climb. Paso, were you even going fast at this point? Had we started? It looks like we started. Everyone's bikes are moving. This is the first one I've seen on Ash that definitely looks like a pain face. And it seems to bring a lot of joy to Jordan. Here it is, Ben doing a 70 kilo thruster. Yes, having completely normal thoughts. That's about 160 of the 300 or so photos that Toro put into that Facebook album. Not only did Toro give up her Saturday morning to come and take photos of us, thank you Toro, but she also spent considerable amounts of time, I'm guessing on Saturday and Sunday and on Monday, to edit and upload all the photos. So a lot of time goes into that sort of thing. So you should at least send her an emoji or a fun comment. And if yours is one of the 140 or so photos that I didn't refer to in this video, I'm sorry, it was just too good of a photo of you. While you're riding the high of competition, I want to borrow you over to the CrossFit Games website. There'll be a button at the top here. You click that, it'll get you to another page, and then you can log in and you can register for the Open. It starts in February. Good night.